Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. If you did, here we are, first episode with the San Jose Sharks. In this universe, obviously we're starting in the 24-25 start of the regular season, going back in time, but I'm excited to jump into this and get underway. We're just going to sim, the the preseason, talk to the coach, end conversation. You know, I'm a more hands-off GM. I will give you the roster, and you will coach it. Simple as that. I will. You give me feedback on players you might want. Well, I mean, technically, in this universe, air quotes, I'm just giving you the players. There's no feedback on what players you would want. Honestly, I would like to have that kind of system in there. Like, since you have real coaches in here, have coaches give some feedback on specific players they may want. Play style, because certain coaches have different play styles. I think that would be a cool feature to have, where the coach would be like, "Hey, say like we need some veteran scoring leadership on this team, to go deep in the playoffs. Get Vladimir Tarasenko, something like that. You know, uh, say maybe we should trade away X player like Matthew Barzell, or get somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like something like that. Maybe we need a veteran goalie leadership, Binghamton. Something like that. I think that would be cool. But we're going to jump right into the season. These are the lines that I'm thinking so far. Yes, keep Toffoli on that top line. Have Logan Couture on the second line, not playing center, to give Will Smith as much ice time as possible. We will be asking Celebrini and Eklund to fit in to that first line, just to give us an extra boost. But honestly, two playmakers and a two-way forward, we're not going to get the biggest chemistry boost. I mean, anybody on this team, there's no sniper whatsoever. So we will need a sniper. We need a finisher on this team somewhere up on the first line, second line, whatever. And defense, who knows what will happen. We do need that franchise defenseman on this team. Dickerson is supposed to be that, but in this game, I have yet to see him grow into a really good overall. I think the highest I've seen him get is an 85, maybe an 86. I haven't seen him get bigger than that. No huge X factors, so we may do a little cheap thing and not go after a player we know is going to grow, but use him to trade for a player we know will grow. We just need that top line defenseman for this team, going in the past, like a Brent Burns or a Dan Boyle, somebody who's a more of an offensive defenseman to be the leader on this type of power play unit, top D line, somebody to help scoring, and then we'll fill out the rest of the defense on that. Askarov, I mean, I hope Askarov simulates well, but anytime I've used him, he just doesn't simulate well. In real life, I would be going with Askarov until the wheels fall off. Well, not really, like his whole career, but just giving him as much time to grow and as good of a team in front of him. So in this universe, I will be doing that for a couple years, trying to get him as much chance to succeed as possible, just like any good GM would. I mean, he isn't here locked up for a couple more years, so honestly, I think this rebuild, I mean, you can go the fast route and just start signing players and trading players, like anyone would in their own franchise GM coach mode, whichever one it is, just start signing and trading for the best players. But it's got to be a little entertaining and not too drawn out. So right now, this first season is just going to be an evaluation period, letting these players play and seeing where this team goes. Wow, like I said in the first video, Couture and Vlasic, They're the longest tenure Sharks on this team. We're not winning a Stanley Cup this year or next year or probably the year after that. So going to give them to whatever possible best team out there with the record is that they will go to, and in this universe at least hopefully get them a ring. You know, to eat on their salary as much as possible, like Vlasic, 7 mil, eat up half of it. Like I said, Couture, he has 3 years left. Eat up all of it. I don't mind. Have 7.5 million for 3 years. That's fine. That's totally fine with this team. Wenberg, same thing. Or just trade him for a 7th round pick for a team that needs a depth center who has the cap space for 2 years. It is what it is. Free agency, is there anybody on to help this team? Probably not. Maybe just the AHL, but yeah, there's no one here. Yeah, there's no one there. Goalies, same thing. Halak, no. We're just gonna roll with what we have, getting into the season. Wait, actually, before we advance into that, where's Celebrini and Eklund? We got to ask them to fit into the top lines. Simple as that. I'm sure Celebrini wouldn't mind fitting into the top line. He would love to. That also would help the power play because I have Will and Eklund doubled up on the power play. Celebrini's just playing the top line pretty much, and that's how it's going to go. Scheme fit, convincing. Let's fit you on the first line. So that's going to help the chemistry on the power play. So there we go. And for Smith, I'm asking him to fit into the second line. We got to get the young stars fit into the team and the lines right away. All right, that is a no for them or him. Other than that, it's going to be nobody else because they're going to be off the team. Just like also Toffoli. Forgot about him. Talking about him, he is going to go to whatever contender is out there. I'm going to ask him to try to waive his no trade clause, but we got a +4 in that top line, so that they're going to be a little bit better. Typically, when I did a San Jose one off on my own, in the first season, this pairing got me about 70 points, so I'm looking for maybe 65-ish to be good. Will Smith, he got maybe like 30, which I had a terrible year on that second line. I also grenaded this team, but I'm not going to do that this time. We are just going to run with it. Couture obviously is the captain. Ferrero, as much as you will be the captain or associate, we are going to give that to Vlasic. Just veteran leadership and possibly or most likely going to be the captain of the future. We got to give the A to him so he grows. Also, the funny thing I like about Will Smith is his number is number 2. That is a crazy number for a center. It's kind of funny, and I will always leave that as number 2. And let's get Simon. Spent 8 minutes talking and going over this team again. We are just going to sim. The game we're going to watch and going to compare ourselves to is the Chicago Blackhawks. They're the same overall as us. Connor Bedard is an 87 overall, so they did bring his overall down in the recent roster update in May. So that is a nice thing because before that he was like a 91 or something like that crazy. So far, 1-2 on the season. We did beat the Ducks. As long as we beat our rivals, I'm happy with that. Chicago, though, the 2010s rivalry between this team, when both of them were good. First period, 0-0. Nice. Good game, guys. Second period, 1-0. Now Celebrini scores. All right, on Soderbaum. Okay. And then third period, let's just do a fast sim. The home game, we are going to jump in to see the Shark Tank against this team. Power play, Donato scores, ties it up 1. Celebrini answers back with the second goal. Beautiful. 2 goals so far this game. And are we going to shut it down? Georgiev is in net. Power play for us goes nowhere. Not surprised. And 3, Logan Couture, the captain, seals it up. A win for us. Will Smith gets a goal. There we go. We pour it on. So compared to us and Chicago, we are, as of right now, the better team. A nice game for everybody. No minuses. +3. Gorgiev, a solid win. A solid win. Who were the 3 stars against the Chicago Blackhawks? Gorgiev with a really good save percentage, almost a shutout. Celebrini and Will Smith. Nice, nice guys. Good, nice. All right, let's just get to the next game, the home game against Chicago, and see where we go with that. All right, sim all the games in between. Winnipeg, I wouldn't be surprised. I won't be. I'm honestly. Oh, shootout win, back-to-back wins. A loss. All right, against Anaheim. Yeah, let's get him in there. Kovlenko. I probably said that wrong. Doer. What'd you do it for a couple games? 1 point, not bad. There we go. Put him up back on that line. Up against the Kings and Anaheim. Well, win this game. Is never going to fix that. 3 losses back to back to back. Not surprised. 1 overtime loss or shootout loss in there against the Anaheim Ducks. We beat the Vegas Golden Knights, Utah, and the Kings. All right. So we're 5-5-1. A bit better than I thought going into the season. And the minor league systems, the Barracuda, I understand, both in San Jose, but with the injuries that come through, I wish also in a future game, will they ever do it? Probably not. Just when there's an injury coming through for like the minor league team for this team, instead of saying San Jose and San Jose, say Barracuda for the minor league team. But here we go, another game against the Blackhawks. Gorgiev versus Soderbaum. I actually want to see. I'm going to switch it out. I want to see Askarov in net. So let's get him in net. I would like to see him simulating against this team. 3-4 on the season, or well, 3-3-1. Not for this team. That's okay. All right, let's jump into it. Sim the game. First period, how we do? 1-0. Eklund scores on Soderbaum. I don't know why they don't have Knight in net, but all right. Second period, 2-0. All right, Toffoli scores. All right, you know what? I'm gonna sim to the 10-minute mark, and then we'll jump in. Power play for them. Cut it off. 3-0 for Toffoli. There we go. Another power play for them. We get a shorty from Gregor. There we go. So far, we got 10 minutes left in this game. Well, 9:25. We got 10 minutes. We got a 4-0 lead. So far, with a team that is nearest our overall, we are dominating a team of this level. And since we're home, we're going to go with the alternative jersey, the black uniforms. San Jose, growing up watching this team. Just gonna say it. Going back, where is those retro unis? 2021 wasn't bad, but I'm talking about where are these uniforms? There we go. This is what I knew growing up watching San Jose. Back when they were dominating were this uniforms, and then they would wear the black unis. I always thought those were sharp with this team. Simple. It was just not bad. I also growing up with these uniforms. They were cool. I liked them. Little arcadey feature, but those 2012 uniforms were very, very sharp. 2010s. Same thing with Chicago, but we're at home. We're going to wear the all blacks. Let's get into it. Our team overall wise, 84, 84, 81, not bad. Chicago is 84, 85, 82, so similar overalls. Here we go. We're not going to do a lockdown defense, but these unis, not bad. I like the little touch of teal on the bottom, but we're going to roll all 4 lines here to get everybody out there. Beautiful check there. Let's go. Up the boards to Foley. Just skates into it, of course. Celebrini going down the boards. Up we go. Around. All right. What's going to happen here? Beautiful save by Askarov. Another beautiful save by Askarov. Up the boards we go. Just get it into Foley. Let's roll the second line out there. All right, he's fighting. Penalty, cross-checking. There we go. All right, cool. We're going to see a power play for our team. Jason Dickinson just absolutely boarding Ferrero. We are going to go staggered, and we're going to take a aggressive face-off. Second power play's out there. The first one's a little tired. We'll get them back out there in a minute. We're going to roll with the second one, though. Celebrini, ooh, points leader. 18 points, that's cool. All right. Here we go. Couture taking the face-off, wins it, of course. Back over to a slap shot. Almost gets the redirection on Soderbaum. There we go. All right. San Jose, power play on the season is 16%. Honestly, I didn't expect it to be anywhere near 20% with this team. Wins it back again. Takes a quick shot. There we go. We got full pressure. Around the boards we go. Into the middle there. Nice. Just getting all the shots on there. Is that Goodrow? We got Goodrow on the face-off, or not the face-offs, on the second line power play. All right. There we go. Couture, second line still out there. I'm sure we have over a minute of power play time. Yeah, we got 146. Right. Of course, Thompson just skating it around, losing it. Not surprised. Here they come. There goes our full pressure. Another good save by Askarov. Up and around. Let's get the second line power play out there. We got the second line forward core out there. And then let's change it up D-core wise. I think that's Delandria we got out there. I don't know what he's doing out there. Toffoli up over Celebrini. He tries to go glove side for, I think he's got 2 goals this game, or maybe just 1. Trying to go for the hat trick. All right. Yeah, the first line's a little tired out there. Will Smith, big body number 2. It's kind of funny to see as a centerman. He wins it back over to, a one-timer by Celebrini tries to go in. Toffoli tries to take a shot blocker side. We are just pouring it on him. You know, it's funny. We have a bunch of playmakers and stuff like this on the Birmingham. I was going to say Binghamton. Birmingham. We were struggling on the power plays, trying to keep puck possession and shots on net. This team, we've gotten more on this than I think any time I've seen a power play for the Stampede. But defensive face-off draw, put Couture out there. He loses it. Thought he would win. Chicago has full pressure on our power play, but we get it out. Skating up nice and slow over. Beautiful. Nice little shot. Goes nowhere. Beautiful check, though. Beautiful check. Who was that? Honestly, I forget. Thompson. All right, there we go. I gotta see the name sometimes. All right, up the boards we go. That's gonna go for icing. Yep. Icing for us on a power play. All right, well, that's probably gonna be the end of it. There we go. Couture try to win the faceoff again. Nope, he loses it. Over. We stop the shot, though. Beautiful. Up the boards we go. Come on, Goodrow. Skate. Backhand it from there. Sure, if that makes sense. Power play line 1. No, I'm going to go out there with 2 with the defense because I believe I have 2 defensemen on there. I don't know why I can't remember, but we're just going to roll with that. First power plays out there, and that works out beautiful. Celebrini with the stick lift and steal, and then he just dishes it back to Will Smith right in front of the net, and he slides it in for the 5th goal. Look at this. Stick lift, backhand, right in front of the net. Beautiful. Making Soderbaum look like an EASHL goalie out there, just sliding around in his crease. And that counts as, I believe that counts as a power play goal too. So another power play marker. Look at that. Making him look like I was going to say pro clubs, but an EASHL goalie, a Chell goalie. All right, let's roll with our 4th line out there. Noah Gregor, Delandria, Kostin, Kostin, and our 2nd D pairing. But a strong game from a team that is nearest our overall. That's what I like to see. 5 goals on 35 shots. Let's just kill the rest of this game out. We got 4 minutes left. Up we come. Delandria loses the puck in. He gets it back. Back over. I thought he was going to go to Costin, but I guess not. They're breaking out. Teravainen over. I think that's Donato or number 2. I can't see that guy's name. Number 59. I forget who it is. I don't know every player from every team. But, alright. Ooh, we got a little break. Or a little rush. I wouldn't say breakaway. Back around the boards. Over. We got the first line back out there. Toffoli takes a shot. Toffoli takes another one. Soderbaum's going to have to cover. And we're going to get our third line out there with our third defensive pairing. Give some boys on the bottom line some ice time. Why not? Alright, there we go. Donato's number 8. Alright. There we go. They're going to probably break out. I don't think they're going to pull the goalie down 5. I think they're just going to let the time run out. Beautiful block by Askarov. Come on, guys. Let's get him his first shutout of the season. Come on. Don't play with the puck in our zone. I absolutely hate that. All right, let's change lines. Get our second line out there with our second D pairing. Just bring it in. Bring it in D. Ooh, there we go. Couture. He tried to go 5-hole. Ooh, Couture. He tried to go 5-hole. Sneaky, sneaky. All right. Captain out there with Will Smith. Get that second line a little bit more ice time. All right, come on. Last face-off, 39 seconds. Will Smith wins it back over, and we lose it. Oh, no. Oh, no. All right, we lose it. We had full pressure there for a second. Good poke check. Slap shot, Askarov save. All right, getting another save under his belt. 32 saves so far. Yeah, our second line still should be good there. I would want to roll the first line, but now get the bottom lines the last bit of time. It's 5-0. Oh, back over. Come on, get him his shutout. Let's just bring it in. I was gonna say dump it in, bring it in, Couture, bring it around the boards, play it in, over. I guess we're trying to get another shot on net. 10 seconds left. Come on, guys. Don't let them out of their zone. Pressure. There we go. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Are you guys kidding me? Seriously, with 1 second left, you're gonna look at this. What are you doing, Thrun? Like 1.1 seconds left, and we give up the shutout. Come on. This is looking like an EASHL goal too. Underneath the pad, not up against the post. Come on, Askarov. You had a chance, man. You had a chance for your first shutout, and this is how you... Oh, that sucks. That really sucks. It is what it is. We got the win now, 5-1. Man, you guys needed to play better than that. I might just bench you for that. But 4 assists by Celebrini tonight. That is awesome. 5-1 win. All right, Henry Thrun. Was your defensive awareness 82? Okay. Undrafted, 23 overall, or 23 years of age, top 6 potential. Yeah. I was going to put him on the bottom line, but it gives us a -2. Thompson, all right, but damn. Oh, you just got to fight for that. Go fight for that puck. I don't know where you're backing away. And also, damn. Well, Askarov, he got a solid win, 5-1. Can't dwell on that too long. Let's continue simming the season along. At the end of the month, though, pretty much 6-6, 500 going into November, the first 12 games. That's pretty cool. We are in third place. I mean, it's only 12 games in. We got to see how this team plays for the rest of this month. But let's go month by month here. Up against Vancouver. Here, 5-1 loss. All right. 5-1 loss. Jack Thompson, injured ankle. Replace him. 3-1 win. Luka, that's down in the AHL. 3-1 win. A 6-0 loss, though. I think that was to the Wild. We got to get this guy back in on defense. Thompson. Let's go. There we go. Back on defense. Thompson, Kovalev. Yeah, that's everybody scratched. Everybody. Okay, good. Stop simming game. Of course. We gotta do that every time. Yeah, it was the Wild. 6-0 loss. We got shut out. That's AHL. Yeah, that's AHL. Just best lines. Thrun, he's injured. I always call him Thorn. I don't know why. Thrun, he's injured till the 24th. Just replace him. AHL. Back-to-back wins though. Nice. 5-2 and 4-2 against Devils and Flyers. All right, just replace him. Rangers, 3-0 loss. If we don't get a shutout the whole season, that would have been our only chance this whole season to get that shutout, and we blew it. 7-1 loss. Hey, there we go. 4-0 win against Dallas. Not bad. Thrun is back. We're going to stop simming. That is the AHL team. 4-0 win there. All right, cool. 12-10-1 so far. We just got to get a couple people back in the lineup. Let's edit the line. Where is it? Thompson and what's his name? Kovlenko. Get him back in there in the lineup. -5. He's a low top 6 potential. Walker, -2. Yeah, we'll continue playing with that. And then Thompson. Thrun, we'll get him in there. There we go. Everyone's going to be a minus for now, especially with this team. But we're doing good. Team overall wise is playing not bad. Better than I thought. I thought we would have 12 wins maybe by January. But a 5-1 win against the Kings, 4-1 loss against the Senators, and then back-to-back against Seattle. 7-2 win. And a 5-4 overtime win. All right, cool. Back-to-back wins against Seattle here. We are in a playoff spot. 31 points so far. We're playing very well. Still, with this team, though, this team is not a contender yet. I understand we're in the playoff picture right now, but I still believe it's best to get rid of the older talent, try to get as much draft capital as possible back, and then rebuild from there. But it is cool. Celebrini is second in points. Toffoli's down there. It's probably because he's up there with assists. No, just overall wise. Cool. Celebrini's up there. Nice. 35. Who's up there in goalie wins? Vasilevsky. Cool. Where's the points for our team? Not bad. 35, 12 by Liljegren. Celebrini is 14 and 21, so he's leading all the points. Rookie points, there we go. And wins is for Askarov. I want to see, who got that shutout? Was it Askarov or Georgiev? Where is it? Come on, game. Will Smith is up to an 83, though. Georgiev. Askarov did get his shutout. There we go. And he's having a solid season. 11-6-1. That is a solid season. He's a medium elite goalie, so I'm hoping that helps out. Georgiev, he's a good backup. But hey, Smith is up to an 83 overall. That is looking pretty nice. 83 overall so far. How many points? 18 points on the season. Not bad. A flat 0 across the board. That is good. Let's get Simon in, was it December now? Yeah, we're in December. This game's a little slow. We're just going to do half months now, so in case of any injuries. But 15-11-1, 31 points. That puts us second in our division. Pretty weak division. I mean, when you have the Ducks, they're 9-10-3. The Kings, and then the Flames. The Flames and Kings have good teams. They just don't simulate well. EA simming, but it also always changes. Simming to simming. I would say. That was actually the AHL, so we're just gonna do best lines. I forgot about that. He's down in the AHL. I was gonna bring him up. AHL best lines. Washington, they're one of the better teams in the league. Just a bunch of injuries to the AHL squad. I wish they would differentiate, make it different. I know I butchered the hell out of that word. I don't know why. Had to stop simming there because this game obviously messed up. But a 3-1 loss against the Capitals, 6-2 against Tampa, 5-4 against the defending Stanley Cup champions. Just replace players. I know that has to be for the AHL. 2-0 loss against Carolina. Vlasic's injured till the 22nd. That's fine. 3-2 shootout loss against St. Louis. Another overtime loss against Utah, and a 7-2 win against Winnipeg. All right, cool. That gives us a 500 record. So far, doing good. And we're almost we're 8 wins away from, I would say, the plus minus I had for this team. Over under was what I mean. Over under for this team. So that's pretty good. We're almost there. Bad for draft stock, obviously. Because, we're battling teams that have 11 wins. You have the Blackhawks with 8 wins. Wow. That is going to be tough to do. All right. Back to the calendar we go. Back to simming we go. Hopefully no more injuries this month. We're going to get down here. Colorado, up against them. 6-2 loss. Edmonton. Fractured jaw. Okay. Man. Edmonton, 3-0 loss. All right. 5-3 win against Vancouver. Vegas, what are we going to do? 5-2 loss. Calgary, overtime loss. And Philly, what are we going to do? That is a 2-0 loss. All right. Month of January. We're starting to trend in the direction I thought. January 1st, let's take a look at the team here, points-wise, and just overall-wise. So far, Celebrini, there we go. He is up to 50 points so far in the season, at 87 high elite. He does have another X factor there, which is skilled up, so he's going to be hitting mish after mish after mish after mish and more mish. Toffoli, he's still here, 47 points, just a solid year. Celebrini, I know he's a playmaker, but he gets really good with scoring. So I may or may not ask him to be a sniper. I may or may not. I don't really know. I tried the last time I did a San Jose one, and he didn't want to change. I may try again because I could put him down the middle, and then Eklund off to the wing is pretty good, or vice versa. They become a very good duo on the top line. It's just, yeah, that could be a talk for later. Couture, 28 points. Will Smith, 24, not bad. And then everybody else, got some minuses down here. And then defense, how are we looking on defense? 22 points for Liljegren, not bad. Ferraro, 17. So those guys are a plus. That's cool. Thorne, 10 points. Vlasic, +3. So that is good. But his time is slowly dwindling here. And especially you can see the last 3 years in real life. Just terrible minuses. I mean, you can go even back 5 years. So it's been a hard 5 years, the past few years here at San Jose. 6 years. So I would, like I said, like to see him win. And then Askarov, not bad. Technically 500 so far, 2 shutouts, but that save percentage is looking nice, and that is going to help his overall grow. The reason why I'm waiting so long to trade away these guys is to help them with points and play as long as I can. We have a couple first rounders, and we have some depth picks. Then we'll trade them away. Looking across our division, where are we? We are second as of right now, but we're trending not in the right direction. The teams that are bad are starting to flip, which is good. But yeah, we're here. We're just a -2 on the plus minus. Goals for, we are one of the top scoring ones, but goals against, we are, I would say, mid. Power play, 14%, not great. But at least we're getting power play goals. PK, it's gotten better. At the start of the season, it was, what was it? It was 77, 76%. We can't win at home. Apparently, we're an away team, so that's different. And actually, before we go with any of the other stats, San Jose, let's scroll down here. There we go. Entire league, Points wise, Celebrini third in points. As cool, especially when you have like somebody like Mikko Rantanen and Marchessault. Yes, in this update, as you can see, Rantanen is here. Marsh, did he get traded? I guess so. I could be stupid and totally forget that he went to the Predators because I know they pretty much got a retirement home over there this past off season. Way in the off season, but we'll just work with that. Toffoli is up here too, so there we go. Who's here with assists? Well, obviously Cale Makar, but for forwards wise, for assists, 37 points by Hughes, not bad. Goals, Kucherov, Pasta, Ovechkin, not surprised. McKinnon. Then we're going to go down here to defenseman. Obviously, we know who's going to be the top defenseman. It's going to be Cale, especially if he stays on Colorado. Letang with goals. Goalie-wise, Vasilevsky, obviously the top names are up here. Bobrovsky only having, well, technically 7 losses, but 3 regulation losses. Crazy. Stuart Skinner's doing good out there. Rookie skaters, who's the top right now? Celebrini with 50. He's blowing Michkov out of the water right now. But imagine having Michkov on the top line with those 3. That would be a crazy trio. But that's not going to happen. And then rookie goalies, you have Askarov. Wolf is doing good. He simulates well as he gets along, but the first season, I'd never see him do good, even though he's an 87 overall. It's crazy. But that's what we're looking like pretty much halfway through the season. Sitting at 19 and 21, so 40 games in. Not bad. Let's get back to simming, bring this up to the trade deadline, and then start offloading this team. Let's do another half a month here. Let's try to get through it quick. Dellandrea, he's back for the AHL squad. 7-6 overtime loss, all right. Vlasic, Abstrain, I'm just going to keep him off if he does come back. 5-3 loss, all right. 4-2 win against Vegas, okay. So we're starting to trend where I believe we were. Utah, 7-0, damn. 4-1 loss, damn, 7-1, wow. 3-2 loss against Detroit, 3-1 loss against the Blue Jackets. Yeah, we're starting to trend in the direction. We had a really good start of the season. We gave our fans hope so far. Not to say that we're crumbling, but I don't expect the fans in this universe, even using air quotes, to believe, oh, we're going to be a playoff team with this team. No, we're giving them a glimpse of the future of this team, of what we're building here. Up against the Islanders, what's going to happen? Oh, we win. Vlasic, honestly, man, I'm going to keep you on the bench. I don't want you to get hurt, so I can't trade you. Back-to-back losses there. 5-2, 7-3. Back against the Predators here. 4-2 win. Okay. Up against Florida here. Graph. Up against Florida. 2-1 win. Wow, okay. Penguins 2-1 loss. And Seattle, a 2-0 win. All right, we got a third shutout on the season. Where does that put us in points? Obviously, we're not going to be in the playoffs, but we're fighting for that third spot of the playoffs. But the Oilers, obviously, are running away with the division. The Canucks came back up. Kraken are there. The Ducks have stormed back from the bottom of the division. The Golden Knights are looks like they're fumbling, but it is going to be 5 from the Central. I mean, it is a tough division. Blackhawk 53 point set puts us in a middle of the table draft position. You have the Predators at 38. You have the Blackhawks with 37. That's honestly where I thought we would be so far in the season. Maybe a couple more wins, more like not the Predators, but maybe more like the Kings, more like the Kings there. I do not miss the East. That is, well, the Atlantic is weak right now, but man, does that get strong over time. And then you have the Flyers at 36 points. So not bad across the board. We're 24 and 30 pretty much, 24, 25 and 5. I'll take that. We have the 2-week break here, which when you get later on in this game, the 2-week break just goes away, which is kind of funny. It doesn't get like 2 weeks. It's more like 10 days. But our 2 week break is almost here, and then we got the trade deadline. So let's just get to the 1st of March, February here. Up against Montreal, we got 3 home games, 2-1 win. All right, cool. Gaudreau's injured. Gaudreau, not Gaudreau. Another win. All right, back-to-back overtime wins. Dallas. Will Smith is injured. Okay, but perfect timing. 5-2 loss against why am I forgetting? Stars. Wow, just complete blank right there for no reason. Will Smith will be back. Carlson, that's the AHL. AHL still playing. Multiple people already. I'm sure this is the NHL this time. Yes, it is. Couture. Don't know what's going on here. But Will Smith is up to an 85 overall, so he's growing very nicely. Eklund is up to a 88. Oh man, this team is starting to fall together perfectly. So many injuries that honestly this team just got messed up drastically. But yeah, so many injuries. There we go. Everyone should be back in the right spot. Yeah, it messed up so bad that everything got messed up. And I know I didn't do best lines, but Will Smith up to an 85 overall. That is looking very, 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 very good. So let's get him on the first line power play. Wow, there we go. Put Eklund back on there. Got to change that up a little bit, even though in a couple days it's going to change anyway when we trade to Foley and all that. So honestly, I'm just going to leave that. Colin White, we'll just stop that. Stop the simming game, please. Can we stop the simming? Thank you. Get back over here. We got 3 away games now. AHL team, I guess. Away at Calgary and Winnipeg, so not close, but no, a short plane ride. Henry is injured. All right, March 7th. Vlasic's probably going to play his last few games here. Wow, we got a complete road stretch. 4-3 win. All right, we got a complete road stretch here. But Vlasic has played his last games here. Down we go. 7-2. We got, there we go. We're just going to hit best lines. Screw it. Best lines for those last 2 games here. 2-1 overtime loss. All right. 28, 28, and 8. Honestly, not bad. We are dropping further down the division, but this is honestly where I thought we would be. Toffoli, I not forgot, but I totally asked him to. He's not able to be traded. I know. Very convincing. Okay, he has given me a team. So that is at least good. Toffoli, thank you. So that actually helps out our trade deadline pursuing here. So what teams did Toffoli give me? Or team did Toffoli give me? Toffoli gave me the Calgary Flames. Be sure about that. Couture, his team is Hurricanes, Oilers, Maple Leafs. Honestly, I might give him to the Oilers. Maple Leafs, Hurricanes. We got to see what their record is. So, and where is Vlasic? Vlasic is Bruins, Blackhawks, Canadians. All right. Those teams probably don't have much cap space, so it's going to be difficult. We're going to probably take bad cap back. But the Oilers are looking like a good team. The Flames are actually worse than us to Foley. So if you want to go there. I don't know if he's from the area or the game just said screw a random team. Blackhawks, obviously not. They're too bad. Where the Bruins are not doing good, and the Canadians are fighting for a spot. Maple Leafs as well. But why would I give Couture to a franchise who's also in trouble? But here we are, trade deadline. It's time to move along with these trades. We are a full-on seller. We are entering the trade deadline. And the first piece that is going to fall is going to be Logan Couture. I am going to give him to a in-division rival. Never mind, because it seems like they don't have the cap space. Unless I can get back somebody with a huge cap hit just to help out, or this might work out. But I know they don't have any cap space. Let's eat up half of Logan Couture's contract. The Bruins are making a trade. A second and a second to the Blackhawks for Donato and a sixth. All right. Chicago wheeling and dealing. We need to get somebody back here with a decent cap hit that is bad and not going to hurt their playoff run. Adam Henrique, I mean, he's been on that team for way too long. Jeff Skinner, no trade clause. I won't take a defenseman from them because they need a defenseman. They need defense on this team. Janmark I could take. Blues are making a trade, Buchnowicz, and I just messed that up because I was here. Exchange for 2 seconds. All right. Janmark. Oh, are you kidding me? We have more people with retained salary? Well, that throws a huge wrench in the plan. Looks like we're going to have to wait till actually trade day to try to get rid of these guys. Honestly, I never had that issue with this team when I did it the first time. I don't know what changed. And two, that just changed the whole first year plan. Well, not yes and no, but that changed the whole build up of the first season going into the second season. We're gonna have to wait till the trade to make these trades. And wow, that kind of sucks. I didn't expect this. I didn't have this issue when I did this team by myself, but it is what it is. I can't make any moves with the teams that I would like to trade, the people I want to trade to, and I can't make any trades in general that get rid of anybody because our salary cap we can't be under, which I didn't have that issue when I. You know what? Whatever, EA, whatever. I'll figure it out when it comes to the trade deadline. Right now, I can't do anything at the trade deadline, which actually sucks because this was going to be a good trade that like Toffoli, Couture, Vlasic, gone, Wenberg. I that's a good thing I didn't ask him because it didn't matter. Like those guys were gonna be gone. Our veterans would have been out of here. Maybe Ruda too. Like maybe I would have got rid of him. Goodrow. I'm going to have to eat that salary, which is totally fine. At least these 5 guys would have been gonzo. So now we're with them, and well, it is what it is. I'm just going to wait for the trade deadline to end. We're gonna go over all the trades, see which ones were huge ones that happened, and we'll go on from there. Trade deadline is complete, so let's take a look at all the moves. Man, it really sucks. I wish I could have made some moves. Milano's traded again. Yeah, Jaeger, decent trade. Hennon, decent trade. O'Rourke, decent trade. Brisson, no. Wallman being traded. I mean, they got a first and Colby Barlow. I mean, that's decent. They got another first, but why would you guys do that? You're contending. You need defense. Sam Steele, okay. All right. Anthony Mantha going the other way. Fleming, no. Tyson Berry, okay, I get it. You get a defenseman, but you guys gave away Skinner? What? What the fuck is the computer doing in Edmonton? They gave away Wallman to get Tyson Berry and 2 others, and then you trade away Stuart Skinner? For fucking what? The computers don't make sense, honestly, when they make trades. Like, it's just, honestly, stupid. Peter Mrazek, okay. Provorov, okay. Going to Detroit. Dumba, all right. Martinez. Honestly, I think the biggest trade is this Buchnevich trade going from Seattle to Utah and Donato. Honestly, I think those are the two big trades. Edmonton, those trades are the are you what the fuck stupid trades? Like why? I want to see this team now. So who is now your who? You guys have had goalie issues before. Who's your starting goalie now? All right, let's take a look. Draisaitl, same forward core. Man, I wish I could have given Couture up there. Same. You guys. Okay, Tyson Berry, Wallwood. I guess. And then goalies. Who's your goalie? Picard. Okay, so I would say Oilers went from a real contender to a bum team, and you guys gave them to the Flames, who don't need a goalie. I'm confused by that. I am so confused by that move from Edmonton. The goal, whatever, computer, whatever. Well, with this team, let's give it one last run for the regular season. Let's see where we place. I mean, we're sixth, 64 points. That puts us still in the top like 15 for picks, or 12. So that still gives us a chance to move up in the draft. So that still sucks, man. To move on from some of these players would have been nice to get some extra draft picks, but maybe we can get something in this draft. 2-1 loss, 4-3 win against the Blackhawks again. 3-2 loss, okay. Going up against Carolina, some playoff teams coming up here. I wouldn't be surprised to lose. 6-2 loss, Boston, they're fighting for playoffs. Not really, actually. 6-4 loss, we lose anyway, so that's good. Any of the teams in front of us in the draft, if we can lose, that will help. Toronto, playoff team, we lose, all right. Rangers, what are we going to do? Rangers, are we going to lose? We lose. Kings, we lose. Okay, so we are on a... we won once, but since then we've lost 2, 4, 6, 8 games. Okay. We're getting ready for the draft picks. We're down to 67 points, but this is what I'm talking about. I said over 25 wins, and we got there. We got to 29. 67 points, though, that puts us in top 10, I would say. Top 10 so far. Let's continue that, get to the last game here against Edmonton. I'm surprised by those moves by the computer, but it is whatever. We lose to the Ducks. Good. Gorgiev is injured. Okay, so let's bring up a goalie. Gorgiev, let's bring up the backup. Give the AHL a better chance, I would say, at winning. And plus, some of these guys that are up here now, I'm going to move down to the AHL just to help out that team. I don't know if we're in a playoff spot at all. I haven't checked. Askarov up to an 83, so that is good. He's progressing. Stop simming game. Please stop simming. Can we stop simming? Thank you. 4-3 win against Edmonton. See, you guys don't have a goalie. AHL team, what are we doing? They're fighting for a playoff spot, it looks like. 71 points. 71 points, but we're 2 games in hand. A lot of teams with 71 points. I don't think they're going to make it. But let's finish out this season. Seattle, can we lose? Can we lose to Seattle? Game? Okay. 5-2 win. Gorgiev is back. I'm actually going to send him down to the AHL. If he gets... Alright, cool. He doesn't get claimed. We're going to go to edit lines in the AHL. And Gorgiev, we're going to see if you can help give them a little winning streak down there. Stop simming game. That is the best lines for the AHL. Stop simming. All right. And switch it back over. There we go. 5-3 loss against Calgary. That's cool. Minnesota playoff team. There we go. Edmonton. Somehow they're still number one. You have Connor McDavid. 2-1 loss. All right, there we go. Back to Calgary. What are we going to do here? Overtime win, loss, and do we finish the season out on a loss? Yes, we do. 32 and 50, pretty much 32, 41, and 9. So we got above 30 wins. I mean, that was a goal in the next season I wanted to be 500, but 32 wins, that is good. We finished bottom of the Pacific. So, I mean, did we win a lot the last few months? No. But like I said, we gave the San Jose fans a glimpse of the possible future with this team. Is every team on 82? Every team is on 82, 73 points. That puts us, let's count it out. We got Flyers, Blackhawks, Sabres, and then 73 puts us with the Blue Jackets. All right, cool. All right, not bad. 32 wins, obviously a losing season, but better than the seasons they've had in past. I'm okay with that record, especially for the first season with this team. Celebrini getting 83 points. He got more because we kept Toffoli and the core together. Edmonton getting 106 points. We're going to look at that. Tampa getting the trophy, the President's Trophy. Carolina, Florida, Rangers. All right. Good for them. Goals against, I'm sure we are one of the worst teams. Our goals for, we are one of the worst teams. Not bad. 2.79. Going to get better. I'm just going to round it up, minus 50 on the year. So we could get better at than that. Goals against 3.3. Well, we're going to be one of the worst teams, yeah. Top 10. Power play, 14%. Not the best, but hey, we still scored better than some teams. Better than a team that made the playoffs, but their PK has to be good. I mean, so was our PK. 85%, almost went up 10%. One of the best, we had a top 5 PK. That also relates to Askarov. Didn't win at home, but we did get a few shorties at home. That's cool. Stat-wise, 83 points by Celebrini. That is a really solid rookie year. It definitely helped from Toffoli, but that's also what I mean by he scored 40 goals. As a playmaker, scoring 40 goals, I really want to ask him to be a sniper. I think we can make him a sniper and be really good. I understand he's always been more of a playmaker, but in this game, he plays more like a sniper. 83 points, that's good. Point per game player, you can see the franchise now. Toffoli 77, he really helped. I hope I can move him. Hopefully. Eklund 63, solid. Definitely better year than he had his first year. By 18 points. Will Smith 55, up to an 85. Couture 49 points. Obviously not the best seasons he's had, but it is what it is. Shark legend going down the board with the forwards, not bad overall with all these players here. Defense, Liljegren, he has room to grow, but still Ferrero, that's we could have a decent combo there. Thrun, not bad, 20 points. Thompson 16, Vlasic 14, so not bad. Goalies though, yes, he had a losing record. 25, 27, and 5, but he had a solid season. And he is up in overall a 917. I'm hoping that it will help. Dell had a good season down there in the AHL. Gorgiev 3-0 down there, so he's definitely helping with the shutout. What was his stats for the NHL this year? 6-12, so he did his part in getting us a good draft pick. Going down to the whole NHL, goalies-wise, we're going to start with rookie goalies. Wolf beat out Askarov, maybe not in save percentage-wise, but in wins. But I say Askarov had a better season. I say he would have a better record if he played those 10 extra games than Wolf. Rookie skaters, obviously we know who's going to go to. Celebrini. Goalies, who's the best goalie? Askarov, Gustafsson, Thompson. All right, the typical ones. Defenseman, Hughes beats out Makar. Makar got, it's only a couple games, But assist-wise, Hughes is up there. Goals-wise, Dougie Hamilton. Forwards, Kucherov, obviously, Celebrini's not up there, but he was up there for a while. Kucherov's up there in points, so is Rantanen. Not bad. Robertson, that is a deadly pair, these two. Even if they're not on the first line together. Just the scoring capability of Robertson and Rantanen. Like, let me get one of those snipers. .82 assists and goals. Kucherov, Pasta, McKinnon, Ovechkin, almost 50 goals. In this universe, obviously, he did break the record, and he has a 902. And he's played all 82 games. He didn't break his leg. Those are the player stats throughout the year. Not bad. Awards, let's see who's in the playoffs. Our AHL team, though, let's see how they're doing. Are they making a push for the playoffs? Where are they? Where is it going to show them? Barracuda. It does not have them highlighted. There it is. They're 79 points, so they have 2 games left. They're fighting for a playoff spot. Let's just advance this day. The playoffs in the NHL are going to start as soon as we advance. Best lines. Gorgiev, so far 3-0 in the AHL. They lose that game. Looks like they're not going to make the playoffs in the AHL. That sucks, but they almost did. They almost did. At least they're not the Bridgeport Islanders. Well, we all know how that team was this year in real life. Them having 39 wins is generous in this simulation. A good year by the Barracuda did make the playoffs. All right, cool. So we are going to send down some of our players to help that team. Forwards wise, who do we send down? Gregor, no. Let's send down him. Let's send down Dueler and one more guy. Who do we send down? There we go. AHL team is going to be stacked. Let's go edit their lines. Well, not really. It's just let's hit best lines. Best lines for the AHL team. Let's see how that helps. Boom. That helps pretty good. 2 extra wingers and an extra defenseman. That would help out. And a 80 overall goalie. Let's see what this team does. NHL, though, wise, who's in the playoffs? You have Islanders, Tampa, Carolina, Devils, Caps, Rangers, Leafs, Panthers, Wild, Avalanche, Canucks, Knights, Oilers, Winnipeg, and Dallas versus Utah. Hey, Utah made it in the first year. That's good for them. Let's pay attention to the AHL team, though, just out of curiosity. That's advanced day. They're going up against the Coachella Valley Firebirds. 4-2 loss. All right, not so good start. Let's see if we can bounce back. 4-3 win. There we go. Good job, Gorgiev. Game 3. Who's going to bounce back? 4-2 win. All right. And game 4. Yeah, game 4. Who's it going to be? We win with a shutout. Beautiful. AHL squad looking good. NHL side, who's going a 4-0 sweep from Oilers to Winnipeg. I did not see that. Caps swept Rangers. Playoffs are done for the AHL. We'll see who we play in one day. You have Oilers and Canucks, Wild, Utah. That's a crazy battle. Light Battle of Florida once again, and then you have Caps, Hurricanes. AHL, we are going up against San Diego. All right, we're going up against San Diego, should be Anaheim's team. So we have a close-knit rivalry here for the AHL side. The seats will be half full for this one. 3-2 overtime loss. All right. Can we bounce back against Ville Husso? A 6-3 win. There we go. Gorgiev. Good. No, you led in 3 goals. Get a shutout here. Why not? 1-0 loss. I said get a shutout, not get shut out, but all right. Game at home here to tie it up. We do get a shutout, so back-to-back shutouts. And a game 5 here. The goals versus the Barracuda. Who's going to win and move on to the conference finals in the AHL? It is going to be us. And then we're going to go up against Grand Rapids. NHL side, 3-2 for Lightning, 4-1 for Carolina, 3-2 for Canucks, 3-2 for Wild. All right, cool. Best lines for the AHL, up against Grand Rapids, 3-1 win. Game 2, 2-1 loss. Game 3, up in Grand Rapids, 2-1 loss. All right, guys, come on. We can't lose now. Come on. There we go. 4-1 win. We even up the season. Series. Wow, season. We even up the series. 4-2 win. All right, we're back to back. Canucks and Wild. Then you have Tampa versus Carolina. All right. Carolina is keeping their streak alive in the Eastern Conference Finals in this universe. There we go. We have a 3-2 series lead. Come on, close it out. That's not good. Well, I mean, kind of. We win. All right, we're going up against the Hershey Bears in the finals. Wow, they're a good team. Let's just see what's going on in the NHL. Tied up 2-2 apiece. All right. AHL 2-1 win. All right. Again, up in Hershey. Best lines for the AHL. Come on. Best lines. Best line it up. 4-1 win. Ooh, here we go. NHL. What's happening in the NHL? Canucks versus Carolina. All right, Carolina comes back, so they lost 2 in a row and then they storm back. 4-2 loss. All right. We knew that was going to happen, but can we bounce back? 3-2 win. Oh shit. Oh shit. Let's sim this game. Does Georgiev go down to the AHL and help us win a Calder in the first season? First period, 1-1. Ooh. Second period, 3-3. Ooh, this is close. Come on, fellas. Come on. Who's it going to be for San Jose? Come on. 5. Oh, come on. Kill off the penalty kill. There we go. Who is it going to be? Ooh, Hunt gets the 4th one for Hershey. All right, come on. Can we tie it up? Oh, okay, they get an empty netter. So 5-3. All right, don't do this. Come on, guys. At home, we have to finish up. Come on, Georgiev. I know they're a good AHL team, but come on. You were facing NHL talent not too long ago. I know you can do it. First period? Oh, fuck. Second period? Oh, fuck. Come on, Georgiev. 6-0. Oh, no. I had to jump in. I just had to jump into the sim. No, Georgiev, what are you doing, man? Not like this, Georgiev. Come on. First period. Georgiev, come on, man. No. We had it. Why did I have to jump in? Oh, we're not dead yet. Come on. 10 minutes left, guys. Come on. Come on. Somebody score. No. We're going to get reversed. We're going to get 3-1 in the Calder Cup against Hershey. Fuck. We could have had a trophy. We could have had a trophy. NHL-wise, what's happening there? 2-2 in the Stanley Cup final, but let's just sim to the draft. Fuck it. The Carolina Hurricanes have won the Stanley Cup in year 1. So their first cup since 2006. Good for them. Awards. The Carolina Hurricanes are your season 0 winner. Tampa, President's Trophy. Vancouver loses in another Stanley Cup final. AHL side. That should have been us. Hershey, we could have stopped the three-peat, but Hershey went 3 in a row. Damn. That shows them why they're 3 in a row. But, hey, it is what it is. We tried. It was cool. We made it, though. Here we go. Hershey cleaned it up. So, Hershey cleans up the trophies. We could have stopped the three-peat in the AHL, but it is what it is. NHL-wise, you got Cooch with the Hart Memorial, Hughes with the Norris, Point with the Bing, Celebrini with the Calder Memorial Trophy. Good for him. So, not bad. Aho with the Conn Smythe, Vasilevsky with the Vezina, and the William M. Parenko with the Masterton. Jack Adams to the Oilers. Crosby with the Selke, with the Lindsay, with Kuch and the Rockets. So, other than Stanley Cup, Kucherov absolutely dominates. Going here, it went to a Game 7 again for Vancouver, and they lose. Carolina, they had a good run, 6 games, 5 games, 6 games, 7 games. A good run. Islanders lose to Tampa again in 7. Toronto loses in 7 again. Shocker. Utah almost made it. Wild had a good run. That just sucks for us. Let's go over to. Let's get sim to the draft here. We stay in 5th place. Columbus. Buffalo goes from 3 to 1. All right, cool. But hey, we stay where we are. So the top 3 just changes a little bit. We stay where we are. That is good. A top 5 draft pick. I'm happy with that, with who's available. Retired players. Let's see who retires in the first season. You got Nicholas Backstrom, Weber. You have the usual folks in the first season. Same thing with goalies. Carey Price. Yeah, you have the usual people retiring. Giordano is that. Do we have anybody leaving San Jose? No, we do not. Interviews? No, thank you. No, thank you. Here we are in the draft. Let's view draft class. Wow. You have Jalen Keane, a medium franchise power forward. Plays like Shane Monahan. Make it snappy, big rig. He would be absolutely perfect for the first line. He would be absolutely perfect. We do have a chance for Lee Peckman, a medium elite grinder. That's who will make it to us. All right. Now, do we absolutely go balls to the wall and try to get a medium franchise first overall, Jalen Keane? Or do we just take who's available best at 5th? We can take a grinder. That would be kind of funny for this team, especially in the first year, because, I mean, honestly, it's just I don't believe we should take another playmaker. I don't believe that. Yes, can we get Roger McQueen? Yeah, but I'm tired of picking the guys who are always there. I like to pick new people. I mean, yes, Matthew Schaefer, he was on top of the list, but if he's picked, which he might be, I'm not going to pick another playmaker, even though that should be like who you get. That will put 3 playmakers technically on the top line in the future if we don't get Celebrini to change to a sniper, and I don't want that. Peckman would be good. Yes, is he a grinder, but you need that defense on the top line to help with the players that you have. That's what power forwards are more scoring wise, but I was going to do the draft this episode, but I'm going to leave it up to you guys. Who do we draft? Because if the 5th pick is here, I'm not taking Travis. If Schaefer is there, I'm going to pick him because we need a defenseman. But if not, I am going to pick Peckman. Yeah, you can get Misa, Martone, McQueen, Spencer. But I really think it should be Peckman. We need a right wing. We need a defenseman the most, but we need a right wing. So I'm going to ping these 2 guys. That's who I'm thinking. Obviously, Jalen Keane would be absolutely perfect, but I honestly think we would give, realistically, we give up 5 first-rounders for that, maybe a player or 4 firsts and a player, but I don't want to do that. I mean, yeah, medium franchise, yes, that's a 90 overall, period, but that's where I'm going to leave it up to you. Do we go for Keane or do we pick Peckman? Let's see who else do we have around here. McQueen, yeah, I know he's a gem, but so are all these guys. Anybody? Colmore, Sniper, I'll take that. Sniper, a two-way defenseman. I might reach on that. 27th with our second first rounder. All right, so that's down the board. Any gems? Just one gem. Defenseman. This is what we need the most. Obviously Schaefer, but with our second first rounder, I think we go for Jesper. Go to Harvey. But this is where I'm going to leave it up to you. I will also put a comment down below. So if you watch this far, yes. Who do we draft? That might be the title. Who do we draft? I was going to put like if we won the Calder trophy in the first season, just to mess with you. But who do we draft? Who do we draft? That is the most important part of it. Second important part, how were the upgrades this season, fellas? 85 overall for Askarov. Beautiful. That is beautiful growth. That is going to help our team drastically. Gorgiev, I'm going to release him. Romanov, still 76 overall. Defenseman, Ferreira and Liljegren up to an 83. So that's going to help out. And 3 mil for both of these players. That is really good top 4 defensemen for at least 2 more years. Ruda, I'm going to leave. Vlasic, I'm just going to give away to a contending team that needs a defenseman. We have 3 retained salaries. I don't remember who that could be for this team. I don't know why, but I didn't have that issue last time I did this team. Forward core, Toffoli's still an 86, so he's holding on his value. He did lose 2 of his X factors, so we have to get rid of him in this draft to the Calgary Flames or ask for another team. If not, I might buy him out. Grunstrom, still 79s and 78s across the board. Graf, still 77, so we're still working with that. Left wings, Eklund is up to an 89 overall. Beautiful. He has 4 X factors now. Puck on a string, send it. I mean, he's a pure playmaker, so that is perfect. That's why I'm saying we got to get Celebrini to a sniper in the system. Still the same. Musty's up to 74, so maybe another year before he's on the third line. Center-wise, Celebrini's up to a 90 overall. Beautiful. Because look, he has one T. Elite edges is good, skilled up, puck on a string, and wheels. I really believe he should be a sniper. With that, he has good power for that. Yes, he has good puck skills, but honestly, I believe he is the sniper on that first line. Smith is up to an 85. Beautiful. He's already that second line lockdown player. We'll get him to fit into that next year and get him some good line mates on that second line. Couture, I'll be moving on from sending him to a contending team. Yes, could I keep Couture? Yes, but I'm not going to win in the next 3 years, and it's just right. Send him to a winning team. I've said that too many times. I know you're tired. Wenberg, gonna get rid of him in the system. Everyone's still the same overall. Oh, that's who I didn't see in defense. I didn't go to defenseman in the system. All right, Dixon, still 74 overall. This is what I mean. He may jump up to like a 78 after this whole offseason, but for some reason he just doesn't grow. Like, are you trying to tell us something, EA? But yeah, that's where I'm leaving it. This is where I'm leaving it. A better first season than I thought, but who do we draft? That is the title of the video and this whole first episode. Who do we draft? Do we go balls to the wall for Keane, or do we get Peckman? That's where I leave it. If you made it this far in the video, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I will see you in the next video. But until then, enjoy your lovely day. I will see you. Peace out.